A lady withdrew $20,000, and scammers are headed to take it from her. I called the police, and what you're seeing is exclusive body cam footage of them trying to find her before the scammers do.
Has anyone attempted to withdraw a large amount of money today, like within the last hour maybe?
Yeah.
Did y'all give it to her?
Was it a lady?
Yeah.
Yes.
20,000?
Was it around there? Was there a problem?
Yeah, she's being scammed.
She's being scammed?
Yeah. How long ago did we miss
probably
her?
within, probably within the last 30, 45 minutes.
Lost her for real?
Yeah.
Oh God.
The police are looking for a woman named Lydia. She's in her car right now with $20,000 cash, and she's currently on the phone with a scammer.
No. Stay over there. Stay over there. You just sit in the car, okay? Just turn on the AC and sit in the car, okay?
If you've never seen a scammer payback video before, we always try to save victims, but we've never had footage from law enforcement. Until now. Watching this footage should piss you off, and that's why on our end, we wanted to punish the scammer by destroying his computer.
I basically put this in the startup folder, so whenever he restarts, he's gonna see.
Yeah, and you can't click out of it. Every single time he starts his freaking computer, he's gonna see that.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if this guy restarts, uninstalls all of his programs, or even resets his system. Every time he turns on his computer, he'll be hit with a barrage of pop-ups that he can't get rid of, playing this body cam footage. His only option?
Throw it out the window.
Throw it in the pond. So that's the only way this guy will never hear from us again. We're gonna torment this guy.
First of all, write it down. From Garland, you will withdraw 20. 20 from Garland, and from Rockwell, you will withdraw 10. Okay? Write down the address.
So typically when I run across any of these scams, I will contact the victim directly. Now the problem here is I don't have a phone number, I don't have an address, so I can't call, text, or send anybody to the victim's house. What I do have is I saw on the desktop, there's a photo, so we screenshotted that, sent that over to the feds, and then also we had an address of the Frost Bank in Garland where the victim was going to. So the hopes here is we can send somebody there right in time to stop the scam from happening, but really all I can do at this point is just wait. So about 15 minutes later, the victim makes it to the bank, and the scammers are actually coaching her on what to say to the bank employees in order to withdraw the cash.
The bank person will ask you, today in the morning you withdrawn the money, and again you're trying to withdraw the money. So what will you tell them? Yeah, I'm buying a caravan, you know? I'm buying a caravan for my husband, okay? Do not disclose anything. Simply withdraw the money. It's a present for my husband. All the best, okay? You know how to work now. All right? All the best, okay?
Unfortunately, we were unable to mobilize the team fast enough, and the victim ended up taking out $20,000 cash from her bank account. Now, while she was at the bank, the scammer was still on her computer, and he was going through her account, and we could see the $20,000 cash withdrawal. And also we could see that the victim's name is Lydia. On top of that, the scammer was going through her email, and we could see the exact email that these scammers used to contact Lydia in the first place that led to this whole mess.
No. Stay over there. Stay over there. First, my officer will block yeah, stay over there. First, my officer will block that hacker. Then he will pop down to the other bank, okay? Yes, so stay on the line. You just sit in the car, okay? Just turn on the AC and sit in the car, okay?
We hear the scammer instruct the victim to wait. It's likely that he's getting with another scammer to figure out how to get a money mule to the victim to pick up the cash. While the victim was waiting, law enforcement was able to show up at the exact Frost Bank that she was at. Now what you're about to see is all the body cam footage and how this whole thing played out.
Attempted to withdraw a large amount of money today, like within the last hour maybe?
Yeah.
Did y'all give it to her?
Was it a lady?
Yeah.
Yes.
20,000?
Was it around there? Was there a problem?
Yeah, she's being scammed.
She's being scammed?
Yeah. How long ago did we miss her?
Probably within the last 30, 45 minutes.
Lost her for real?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, did you need her information?
That would be great, because we need to contact her and let her know she's being scammed and she does not need to pay anybody any money.
Okay. I don't know. I just need to double check that I can give it to you.
That's fine.
But if not, I can call her myself and let her know.
That works. That'd be great.
The banker tries to reach the victim, but they're unable to.
My name is Lydia. This is Frost Bank.
If there is family listed as emergency contact or anything, please reach out to her family to notify them that so they can speak with her as well.
Since the officers did not see the victim at the bank or make contact, they're going to have to leave empty-handed. But they're about to find out that Lydia hasn't actually gone very far. Hey, Seven.
Yo.
Come here real quick, man. All right, so as you can see, I was on Google putting your information in, and it's like scattered everywhere still.
Why are you Googling?
Well, I'm Googling your name because I asked you last time to protect yourself. As you can see, it's still everywhere. Let me show you how to fix this and get your name and information off the internet, okay?
Yeah, let's do that.
So if you're wondering why Seven's information's still out on the internet, it's because of data brokers. Data brokers will take your information and sell it to anybody who wants to buy it. They're literally making billions of dollars selling your data to marketers, scammers, or even stalkers. And while they're legally required to remove your information if you ask them, they make it extremely difficult. And that's why I recommend our security partner Aura, who's sponsoring the video today. Think about Aura like an all-in-one digital security tool. They'll go out to the dark web with billions of data points and look for your personal information. They'll alert you in real time of any banking or credit activity on your accounts, and they're around the clock working to protect you in case the worst case happens. And if anything does happen, Aura provides an up to $5 million identity theft protection. You can head over to my link over at aura.com/payback for a 2-week free trial. And I bet in those 2 weeks, they will find your information somewhere on the dark web or exposed somewhere, and you can start protecting yourself and your family today. Now let's get back into the video. So as it turns out, the victim didn't leave the entire time. She was listening to the scammers. Remember, they told her to stay in the vehicle and wait. And she was actually at a Wendy's next door to the bank. And because of the information we gave, the officers were able to identify her and approach the vehicle.
On your computer or cell phone. And so the only thing... Have you already given us that?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Now, this is something I want to take a second to dissect a little bit because this is very important to point out. The scammers have trained the victim, manipulated the victim, however you want to say it, to believe them and only them. So you have the police literally there at the car door, at the window, telling the victim that she's being scammed.
Where are you?
I am parked in Wendy's parking lot.
Who is talking to you?
I have to.
And she's on the phone telling the scammers a bunch of information. The police are here. This is my location. This is what's going on. And she doesn't know who to trust.
Are you talking to somebody?
Yes, I am. I have the police here from Garland. I'm not disobeying you.
Okay, don't talk. Are you talking to the officer?
They came over to me and said that they had a phone call that someone, that's why I'm letting you listen to me, that someone could be scamming me out of my money.
And this worries police because they're there physically and the lady doesn't even believe them. A lot of people will ask, well, why don't you just text the victim that they're being scammed? And this is the very reason. You give information to the victim and they've been lied to by the scammers for hours, if not days. And they go and give this information directly to the scammers and you lose the connection, you lose audio, you lose visual, and you typically lose the victim. And then they've lost their money.
Because he's getting ready to tell you don't talk to me. How often do you people who are legit to tell you not to talk to
I request you.
What, Richard?
I request you, ma'am, please drive away. Please drive away.
Exactly.
Okay,
If he
let
was
me
doing
go
what
home.
he's legally.
At this point, the body cammed officer has stepped away from the vehicle and they're updating the sheriff as to what's happening.
Continuing to give them information while we're talking to her.
She's continuing to give information
While we were standing right there with her trying to explain to her that they're scamming her.
And while the other officer is at the vehicle still dealing with the victim, the scammers were able to listen to them actually react live to what's happening. And one of the guys has stepped away, he's talking to another scammer, and you can hear him say, "I'm in a situation," which to me means that they're very worried because the cops are there and they have no idea how this happened.
I'm here. I'm not going to handle the situation.
From police talking with the victim, we were able to get a little bit more information.
And your daughter is probably calling you because we just left the bank looking for you. Ma'am, how old are you? How old are you? Do you have your driver's license? She's 76.
The scammer's name is Richard, but we obviously know that's not his real name. and Lydia is 76 years old. Her daughter has been calling her, and that's because probably the bank has been contacting her and telling her what's been happening. The officer was able to convince the victim into accepting her daughter's phone call.
Okay. Can I get, before I start asking you any questions, can I get your phone number just in case we get disconnected?
So now, on the phone is the victim, the daughter, and the scammer on a three-way call. Now, remember, we're still on the scammer's computer, so we have access to his microphone and we can hear the scammer's side of this phone call.
Hello?
So I called that number.
Yes, where are you?
I'm here.
Okay.
Who are you? I'm his brother. Who are you? I'm telling you, I'm her brother. Who are you?
One moment. Richard just called back and he said that he was your brother.
The officer is now telling the victim that Richard was pretending to be her brother in order to convince her that he is a liar. And astonishingly, with all this, the victim is still hesitant to say whether Richard's really her brother or not.
Is Richard your brother?
No.
No. I'm asking her. Is Richard your brother?
She doesn't have a brother, but I gotta ask her.
Well, what I'm saying is if Richard was doing something he was supposed to do, he wouldn't be telling me he's your brother. Okay? Well, because she's still born. Do you have a brother named Richard, ma'am? What is his name? Okay, but no brother named Richard? No. Okay. Do you still have the money that you withdrew from Frost in your possession? Yes. Okay. Have you given him any money at all? Okay. Okay, that's good. So I need you to just take a deep breath for me, okay? Can you take a deep breath for me? Just take a deep breath. So it sounds like somehow they were able to get control of your computer, okay? And they were trying to con you out of your money. They were trying to get you to give them a large amount of money, and you don't have to do that. They were going to scam you. You were about to give up your money, and you didn't have to.
Finally, after about a half an hour of talking, the law enforcement officers are able to convince the victim to take the $20,000 cash that she took out and put it back into her bank account.
It is. I really want her to walk with us over there to put it back. I feel like a sitting duck. Yeah. And we will walk with you because we feel like sitting ducks because they know you have that in this car.
You don't need the card, but they'll might need your ID.
The victim's husband also shows up, and they go inside and start to get everything sorted out with the bank.
Yes, he's both scamming and you. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I hope you have a better day, okay?
However, this is not where the story ends. After going through the rest of the body cam footage, we found out that the victim revealed this.
No. Where's the money you withdrew from there?
They told me they were going to send a police officer undercover
Okay,
to
but
go
where's the
get
money?
it. No. I gave it to this police officer.
The money is
No, she said this. She's done this before.
This is my second
This
time.
is her second
pulling
time,
out-
so she's given
pulling out
money
money
to somebody
today.
already.
How much did you give that first person?
20,000.
We may have saved $20,000, but unfortunately, the victim had already given away another $20,000. And after we found this out, we decided to get some payback. We have found the scammer's information. His name is Nirmala, and he's in a remote part of Kolkata, West Bengal, India. So we're gonna upload the police body cam footage directly to his computer, load it in front of his face, and he's not gonna be able to click out. So it's gonna be like a cluster on his computer.
Yeah, because he's gonna spam close it.
Yeah.
We know what's gonna
So
happen.
he won't be able to get out of anything. It's gonna happen really fast.
Yeah.
I'm also going to be talking through his computer with a live feed of my webcam on his screen while I'm doing all of this, including a screenshot of Google Maps with his exact coordinates. So this guy's in Norbad, Kolkata, West Bengal, of course.
Of course.
And there's I think this is a pond right here.
Behind his house?
Yeah.
I think that is, it's too dark to be trees, so it's for sure like a
There's-
water or something.
I think it's a pond. And you know what scammers need to do with their computers.
Throw it out the window.
Throw it in the pond. So that's the only way this guy will never hear from us again. We're gonna torment this guy. Best part is, he's in the middle of scamming someone right now. So are you ready to like hit everything?
I think so. Yeah, I know.
If you wouldn't mind holding my really bothered me is that
No, hold on.
Hey, Nirmala, you've been scamming people, and you scammed that lady out of Texas, Nirmala. Hi, Nirmala. Have you ever been to Haji Biryani before? You see that lady on the screen? You see it, Nirmala? You scammed her out of $20,000, and you're never going to be able to connect to another person ever again. Yeah, Nirmala out of Kolkata, Nirmala out of Narbad, Kolkata, West Bengal. You should throw your computer in that little pond behind your place. Have you ever been to Haji Biryani? Nirmala. Have you ever been to Haji Biryani before? You see that lady on the screen? You see it, Nirmala? This guy's internet wasn't good enough to transmit the feed of the webcam to us, which is why the body cam footage showed a black screen. But on his real computer, it loaded, and he definitely saw it.
We ran it on him the first time. We were talking to him. He saw it for the first half of the video, but we're gonna make sure he sees the full thing because we love it so much. And I basically put this in the startup folder, so whenever he restarts, he's gonna see.
Yeah, and he can't click out of it. Every single time he starts his freaking computer, he's gonna see that.
Yep. And you already saw half of it, so he knows what it's about, but we're gonna force him to watch the whole thing.
Finally, while we can't get into the details here, Knight has developed a method of getting rid of the connection to Lydia. And on top of that, any other connections that the scammer may have to any potential victims. And we'll be able to make sure that he can never connect to another victim again. I want to give a big shout out to our federal contacts for helping us here, as well as Garland, Texas police for being so diligent in making sure that Lydia put her money back in her bank account and didn't lose any more money. This has been Pro Scammer Payback, saying don't get scammed.